shit I put on the internet.
Twerk it out, twerk it out, shake it all about. Twerk it out, twerk it out, twerk it out, shake it all about. There's a crackling voice on the late night air. Jen's got stories that'll raise your hair. From ghost towns lost to the sands of time, to castles where the bells still chime. She's taking us where the shadows creep, where secrets lay and spirits don't sleep. Strange history with Jen. Oh, she's digging in deep, where the whispers of the past never sleep. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history with Jen. She'll spin you a tale of a sunken ship, or a phantom train on a midnight trip. A battlefield where the echoes moan, or a forest where you're never alone. She's got the facts and the folklore too, with a touch of charm and a laugh so true. Strange history with Jen. Oh, she's digging in deep, where the whispers of the past never sleep. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history with Jen. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history with Jen.
Hello, hello, buddy. How's everybody doing today?
Thanks to our buddy Zach leaving, you're not on screen yet. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Let's see. I believe. Yep. You're there. Yep. When Zach left it. That's it. Actually, let's follow. Hold on a second.
Yep.
Now you're live.
Hi, everybody. Everybody hear me? Hi, Dana. Hi, everybody just coming in. We got the second half of the New Jersey Devil playing today. And as you see, Dutch is no longer with us. So we, doing it, Game my clip and help me out every now and then with certain stuff. But I got another one. We now have TCS. So that should be marked in the description below, along with our Discord channel pinned up on top and in the below. And we're moving on. We're moving up. Anybody wants to come in and join the Discord, they're more than allowed to. We are looking for people for like co-hosts and stuff like that, and or just want a place to hang out. Yeah, last we left off on here was we were finding out that the Jersey Devil, it's like I said, he's been around for 250 years. We're going to continue this on. Now, maybe we're joking around a little bit with the other one, saying about the black eyed kids and everything else, but these people that are coming and saying they're seeing them and they're at a certain spot when they see them, he disappears. But everybody's been showing so many different things that we're going to go through and see which ones are missing and which ones aren't. So here we go with the video. Okay. Okay. It happened. And if you want to know, yes, I am eating. I'm like this munching piece of chicken. So I'll try to keep that in there as possible if I can. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what we're up to. Okay. Dana saying hi to Young Shot.
Hello, Dana.
Ready to get
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get the shit show running. I'm sorry when
Yep.
when Zach left, I completely forgot that was going to change that up. So, all right,
Yeah, that's all right.
we're starting off at the real Jersey Devil sighting. Scientists can no longer ignore where they switched up from the young lady to the young man.
Sightings. Now, since the legend has first propagated around the 1700s, the Jersey Devil has been spotted quite frequently, almost never ending, really, with this guy. Now, it definitely bears worth mentioning that a vast majority of sightings and descriptions of the Jersey Devil come to us from a time before film, when a general lack of education and knowledge and hard evidence really contributed to the creature's lasting power. It was a lot easier for rumors and myths to spread when the only evidence you have is...
Oh, here you go. Here's a chance to kind of...
Yeah.
Dana missed the first episode where...
Yeah.
And she has to be filled in. So I guess a little bit about the Jersey Devil. He's just a reported... what are they called?
He's just reported of sightings. He was born he was born, and the mother, Mary Lee, had put a curse on him.
He's
She didn't want. He's
basically encrypted with a backstory, right?
Yes, very, very deep backstory on him.
He's.
I mean,
if you ever see one, just kick it in the head and run as fast as you can.
Or grab a heavy stick or a heavy branch that's not going to break when you hit the sucker over the head. They are still to this day have a reward out. If anybody does capture, dead or alive, the Jersey Devil, you get a reward.
Yeah, it's basically, it was like the 13th child, and his mother cursed it, and he turned into this goat with wings, I guess.
Wings.
But yeah.
Yeah, wings, hooves, a tail, and a thirst for blood of animals.
Yep.
But he's gone after people, too. I mean, just scaring them, but not trying to eat them or anything like that.
Yeah, handle him like you would if you ran into a child that has completely black eyes and is pale and is asking you to get in your car or your house or whatever. Kick it in the head and run. Best bet. Just boom.
People want to bring them in and take care of them.
And since Zach's not here, another major part of yesterday's episode was this.
Yep.
Well, Zach watched another YouTube show and typed in it. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah. I'll make you feel more oxygen. All right. I'll go back to your video. I forgot we should have done. I should have had you do some kind of recap about the first one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think either my mic peaks too high or it just goes too low. There. I'm just going to leave it there, and we'll go back to.
You're fine right there.
Okay, we'll go back to the tubies.
I saw something weird, dude, just trust me. But there were some notable sightings, even some from some famous people. One particularly notable sighting, and one of the more widespread ones, came from Joseph Bonaparte. And yes, that Bonaparte, he was Napoleon's brother. While hunting on his Borden estate in the early 18th century, he had an encounter with the fabled devil. Bonaparte was hunting alone in the woods near his house when he spotted some bizarre tracks on the ground that he hadn't recognized as an animal he'd ever seen before. They looked like donkey or horse tracks, but confusingly, there was only 2 feet, as if the creature was walking on its hind legs. What confused Bonaparte the most was that these tracks seemed to end abruptly in the middle of the forest, as if the creature had just up and vanished. As he was standing there, scratching his head, trying to figure out what 2-legged horse he was dealing with, he suddenly found himself face to face.
Now, we were talking about this the other day, gamers. Figuring out the footprints.
Right.
And we're coming up with the conclusions. A lot of what the footprints look like the deer or
yeah, but yesterday they were horseshoes. They were clearly horseshoes yesterday. I can't help it. I'm the skeptic.
Hey, everybody's got to be a skeptic, and until they read into it and see what they mean.
Well, it sounds like it's just. I'll be honest with you. To me, it sounds like the old traditional stories of satyrs that's been modernized into an urban legend. This is just my take. It's like a cross between a satyr and a fawn.
Right.
With a goat head.
Me, I'm starting to think it's like a bison, just put together differently.
Well, that would be huge. Bisons are like tanks.
Oh, yeah. Well, look how tall they made that.
Oh, well. I think it's a good dose of people seeing something that they can't explain real easy because it was bad visibility, because if you ever notice, it's like the Mothman. It's always bad visibility situations. I think it's a good mix of bad visibility, imagination, and the desire to have seen something that no one else has. That like I said, I'm a skeptic. I don't,
Yep.
It's like the haunted house,
in front of you.
right? It's like the haunted houses, right? I used to go film with local teams here. I did their film work, and we sent teams out. And what they do is
Right.
they go and they talk to people that are there to find the hot spots, and they listen to stories. Well, what they're actually doing is they're hyping their imagination to see the things they're hearing. They're expecting to see it or hear it. They want to see and hear it. So they see and hear it
Nope.
when it's not
Right.
there. It's like, I know, like there are times I was catching dust particles and I knew it, and it was, oh, it's an orb. No, it's not an orb. You're in a dusty freaking basement, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Dust particles fly down or go down.
well,
If it was an orb, it'd be going for left to right or right to left.
not necessarily, because the thing is the heavy 4K cameras have cooling units on the front of them. There's a little fan. It blows out the front to keep the lens from warping. So depending on the camera, there may be a slight breeze that would push a dust particle away, or it would be a bug. Would be out in a barn someplace or something like that. You knew it was a freaking mosquito, but it, the camera didn't focus on it, so it looked
Right.
like it was an orb. Yeah, Dana, like Bigfoot. I think people see bears all the time, and because they want to see a Bigfoot, they see a Bigfoot.
Yep.
But see, like
now,
I said,
Sasquatches are, I know, are true.
well, Sasquatch is a Bigfoot. I don't have on my Trailer Park Boys thing, so I can't call him Sam Squanch. But yeah, the thing with Bigfoot is I Bigfoot and Sasquatches, I think, are people seeing bears and not expecting it. Because if you're as someone who's been out in the woods in various parts of the world, sometimes you run into bears in places you don't expect them, and they don't act the way you expect them to. And there are some, like black and brown bears, they're just freaking giants. If you've ever seen a bear scratch his back, they'll stand up on their hind legs and they'll get up against a tree and they'll just go up and down at it like crazy. And a lot of the Bigfoot stories you hear, it sounds like a bear scratching his back. And they will move on their hind legs, especially if they're scared. So I don't know. That's just my take. Like I said, I'm a skeptic, so I ruin all the fun. It would have been better. It would have been better to have. What?
Shana, she just had, she missed the first part. This will have some parts in of what was covered on the first part the other day.
Yeah, that's why we went back over it and did the recap. But yeah,
yeah.
It might have been more fun with Zach, who anytime you asked him about it, said, "I believe in them." That's all he said. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, from two historians, Levi Fox, PhD, and Dr. Brian Regal are associates of this, and checking into this also. And according to them, the regions of the devil is true, but they're still checking into it because nobody has really found them, got any any kind of hair or anything like that. So because when you look at him, he doesn't have any hair or anything. So to this day, they're still trying to figure that out. And Benjamin, also, this is interesting. Benjamin Franklin was even looking in it.
Well, yeah, they're cryptozoologists.
And I didn't realize Benjamin Franklin was part of that crew. So this is, like I said, this is going back 250 years ago, and it's still to this present day, people are still, are looking for it and still are, getting updates and stuff like that. Now, like the other film, we busted one part of the film that looked like it was enhanced.
Mm-hmm.
And we figuring out that one was a deer. So, but very interesting. All right, let's see what we got to do here.
I want to go grab a jacket for some reason. It's cold.
Faced with the Jersey Devil itself. He heard a strange hissing noise and investigated, only to be met with a horse-headed creature on its hind legs with giant wings like a bat. He was terrified and drew his weapon against it, but was too frozen in fear to do anything. This creature flew into the night, and Joseph would write of this encounter, contributing to the legacy of the Jersey Devil, the most famous thing any of the Bonapartes ever did. I don't know if his brother ever got up to anything big, really, if he ever made something of himself. No, he did. Number 3, the 1900 sightings. Although the creature has been being seen for years and years, for whatever reason, there was something in the air in Jersey in January of the 19th century. The creature couldn't go 5 minutes without somebody running into it. In January of 1909 alone, there were nearly 1,000 different reports from eyewitnesses around South Jersey, all reporting on seeing similar legendary creatures harassing the area. There had to have been more than one, right?
There's only one New Jersey Devil that we know that was born 13, he was the 13th child. There's not more than that, because I even checked into it deeper. That's the only one that everybody's been focused on. Now, unless he got a animal pregnant, which wouldn't surprise me, that's just a theory, there could probably be more than. Yeah, as he said, it goes way back. Now, some of the stuff he has are drawings, not actual footage, just drawings of people sent in of what they saw. And some of the drawings are real good, but some of them you notice that it's like I said, you notice that everybody sees it different of what it looks like. The current picture that we have at the moment is with the horns. The face looks like a goat. And I mean, he just looks like a kangaroo. That's the latest update on him. Everybody's seen different images. So just watch out, keep an eye on everything. Now, we did a poll the other day, and it was like 2 votes saying yes, that people believe,
It was
they
6.
believe in
It was 6. That was yes, I think.
What? Oh, it was 6 then?
Yep.
Okay. But they believe it's true. So, I mean, there is camping spots over there and stuff like that. I mean, it is a kind of neat place to see, but don't go by yourself. You always make sure you go in a pack.
And ready to kick something.
If something happens, yeah, he wants to kick him in the head. I'll just grab a heavy branch as much as I can lift up and just slam it right behind the head.
A lot of the world's problems could be solved with a kick in the head. Just saying.
What if you're short so you can't kick it in the head?
Yeah. Drop kick. Kick him in the shin. That's what my daughter does. Well, shin ninja. There we on.
That's
Maybe
a good
like a whole
idea
family
too,
of
but
Jersey Devils? One report came from a notable Navy commander, one Stephen Decatur, who while testing artillery at Hanover Mills and the Pine Barrens, claims that not only did he see the Jersey Devil, but he declared war on it and opened fire. According to his reports, he had a direct confirmed hit on the Jersey Devil, who apparently could not have cared less about what happened and flew off again into the night, just completely nonplussed by being attacked by a cannonball. I'd like to think I'd be the same way. Through
that he is correct on that. He was one of them that saw it and everything, and actually documented as a strange anomaly or whatever.
As a Marine,
Yeah.
it was a naval officer that reported it.
hmm
Just saying.
Yeah, it was a naval. Yeah, it was a naval officer. And get rid of this. I mean, I said it last time. The New Jersey Devil, his real name is Daniel Leeds. That is the New Jersey Devil's real name. And it's like members have seen this back 1720s. Yeah, it's like I said, when the Navy saw it and stuff, they classified it as an weird object. So anyway, let's see what he has to more say about it.
Okay, let me. No, I just turned everything off.
Oops.
Not quite, but yeah, I took it. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Yep. Got too much shit going on.
January 16th to the 23rd of 1909, newspapers would publish hundreds of these encounters from all over the state. It was an epidemic, all things considered. Another notable encounter of a battle with the devil was claims that the creature attacked a trolley in Bristol, and police officers tried to fire upon the creature, again to no effect, who did not respond even whatsoever, treating it like it was just little pellets, and then flew off into the night. Now, this wave of sightings would prompt some people to offer a reward. A newspaper printed a $10,000 reward for its capture, meaning there was also a string of hoaxes with people desperate to get that money. One infamous hoax was someone who stitched wings to a kangaroo. Poor thing. There was a race to be the one to capture the Jersey Devil, with many, many fakes coming out in this period, while everyone had dollar signs in their eyes.
More theft in. That wasn't even in the research I was doing.
Yeah.
Now it explains a little bit more where the $100, where that's $1 million came from.
Yeah.
Wow.
But see, here's the bad thing about that. It's just like he said, that there would be hoaxers and so forth.
Yep. Bunch of people saying
Okay, it's testing itself, I guess.
yeah, I was wondering for a second there.
Angus just popped up.
Yeah. Hi, Angus. Our mascot. And also, I mean, this, people just started going nuts. I mean, it's been doing it for centuries. So, and the fact that this is something new, that the New Jersey Devil was in a trolley, or going after a trolley, that's unusual. I don't know, weird thing to come out.
Yeah.
I'm even looking back with Ben Franklin, what he said about it. And Ben, well, he said about it in his time that there was withdrawings and stuff of this creature. And he had not seen it yet. He has not seen it. He just saw the drawings that people were sending him and saying, hey, this needs to be checked out and stuff. So, Hi, MO, no name, our name withheld by Google. I know you're gonna kick my ass. I keep forgetting. And I gotta write it down and put it on my computer. That's one of my mind. Good
Yep.
to see you. We're talking about the New Jersey Devils second half.
Yeah, just keep talking for a second. I'm trying to make the other one so it works the same way and it's easier.
Right.
Instead of flicking back and forth.
So we're going over, is it a myth or is it true? Well, so far, I know TOS. But yeah, I mean, it's going back. I mean, it's like I said, something I just learned and I looked up was with Ben Franklin being involved in it. There is a book out on it too called The Secret History of the New Jersey Devil, and it was written out by let's see if I can read that here. Benjamin Franklin, and there was a couple other people. But he wrote a book about it also. And trying to take through what information he had. It's like I said, Benjamin Franklin's skeptical too. But everything people were sending him back in that time, he always looked into it and stuff. But yeah, it's something new. And it's the film that we have put up first, except for that lady was standing in front. But Benjamin Franklin actually is the main one to have it explained in the book, and they turned it into a video explaining it. Yeah, you laughing at me. It's good to see you. But yeah, it's really amazing what you learn. That's why I try to go in deep diving so we get the right information. But Benjamin Franklin was one that he loved history, and he just was a good impact of, telling the story about it and stuff, of what he knows. But we're going to see if this video is going to work with us, guys, or if it's going to fight with us.
Now, as far as I know, no one ever collected that money because no one could prove they ever really found the Jersey Devil. So if you're looking for a quick buck, I think it's still out there. And, we've got cameras now, so maybe you can get a good shot of it. Number 2, some sightings. Now, I thought for this list, I would also include some personal sightings from more recent history of the Jersey Devil, It's one thing to talk about ones from the 1900s, the 1700s, but I thought we'd bring it to the 20th century a little bit. This comes to us from the website Weird New Jersey, which makes sense, that's what we're talking about, detailing someone's up-closer encounter with it. Take a listen to what Kelly from New Jersey had to say. As a native of Cape May County, I've had the typical rite of passage trip to the Pine Barrens, the home of the devil. I was fortunate enough to go 3 years during my time at my 4-year career at CMCT. Each time I went on this trip, my canoe was followed by a heavy-footed thing. With each step, I would hear branches snap under its feet, and every 10 minutes or so, I would hear a deep, beastly growl that to this day still gives me the creeps. Being in a canoe and on a class trip, it didn't really give me much opportunity to run away screaming in terror, so I just stuck it out when this would happen, and every year it was the same as if I was being followed. During my sophomore year, I was pretty confident about canoeing, so I didn't look over my shoulder much. I went canoeing with a friend of mine when we came across a bag that had been torn open and gone through. Around it were hoof prints, only bigger than a horse or a donkey's. And then I heard it. It was a cry that will haunt my dreams forever. It was part human, part animal, and full of hatred. Pure anger and hatred. I nearly flipped the canoe. We left, leaving whatever it was out in the woods behind, or so I thought, because it seemed.
So she didn't get hit in the head. There's the problem.
Yes, they didn't kick it in the head. They just took off and ran. But yeah, there is stuff you can do up there. And it's like I said, don't go up by yourself though, because that place is scary. And um, the other film that we did, there was one there which she only showed part of it. She didn't show the whole stream. The stream is still, still. I was trying to even look for it and couldn't find it again. But there was a girl that went up there with a group of paranormal. They were learning how to do paranormal and stuff. And she asked the ranger if she's going to go up and do, look at what's ahead of us because it was glowing hot. And the park ranger said, "Are you sure you want to go up there by yourself?" And he warned her. He said, "What you might see, you might be frozen." Well, she went up and looked at the stuff, or went up to look, and when she got closer, all of a sudden, she just dropped her flashlight and came running down the back at the path, face looking pure white, and could not talk. It took her between 6 months to about 6 months to a year, I think I said in the other film. If I didn't, I say I'm wrong. But I think I said about it in the other film or in the other part one. But yeah, it took her a while before she came out, and she says what people are seeing is exactly what she saw. Now, don't know if we don't know, we still don't know about if a lot of people are just taking something and hallucinating, or that is really the spot on. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. It's like I said, they tell you don't go up there by yourself. You can camp up there, you can cook, whatever, but don't be by yourself. And another thing is that maybe that's a recap, is people were trying to go to a spot to go potty, and all of a sudden they say they see him, and he disappears real quick. And we were, going around, is that what, if it is true, is that what's making him come over to people when he smells their urine, when they go potty? Because that was never mentioned on that part. Or they didn't even look in to see maybe that's one of the possible reasons why he's approaching humans like that. That's really the only time that he comes over close. And then it's just like people are seeing him from the cars and stuff. So, all right. Let's continue this.
Follow us. Every time we stopped or paused, it got closer to the river, so we pushed on. Then worst came to worst. As we tipped the canoe, I heard the thing running behind us, and I thought for sure we were done for. We righted the canoe and got into it as fast as we could. Now, we did make it out to safety, sun fried to a crisp, sure, missing all our valuables and our clothes, sure, but we were never happier in our lives to be on the land again. We packed up and we left. And as we were leaving, I rested my head on the window and saw a little cottage. I looked at it until the bus was about to pass, and then I saw a woman standing there. She looked at me, and I could see her skin was torn. And after the bus passed, she was gone. It scared me so bad, I don't think I went into the woods for a whole year. Number one, another encounter. Our last one is going to come to us from the same source.
So what do you think about?
Here also.
So what do you think about that story?
That's creepy. Now that I would check out, because that's interesting how you say he's seen a woman torn stuff. Did it get his mom and kill her, or did she go insane and kill herself? But he's, like he was saying, you saw that, and that house right there that you see behind him is the current house today.
Dana asked if they have any actual documented attacks.
No, every time they went to go do the document and everything, it scared them that bad they go and run. Nobody's ever been gotten into physical except for back in the early days of a trolley. Of it coming up behind a trolley and stuff, and they were trying to shoot at it, but the bullets weren't penetrating.
Dana wants a
They were
confirmation
saying
by
it was
Dana wants a confirmation by a kick to the head. This is how I handle all paranormal stuff. You just kick it in the head.
Pray God you don't fall on your ass on the floor when you kick it.
No, you just run.
You know, I got devil you a little bit.
I mean, if you fall, you just roll it off and get your ass gone.
You want to take it in for the award money?
No,
Okay.
I'm crazy.
That's
not
weird.
Stupid. I'm crazy, not stupid. Different.
But yeah, that house is today is the same house. And I would love to go up and do some paranormal because now since it's been noticed where it's starting to notice people are noticing the mom being standing there and stuff, that'd be pretty neat to check out.
I am thinking on how
Yeah.
if I ever saw the Loch Ness monster, I would kick it in the head though. Dana says, "How about just don't go out there?" That's a good idea too. But I mean, if it comes up to you, you know, then yeah, you just kick. It's like having a zombie plan. I'm just going to tell everybody: if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, you head north because they're going to have rigor mortis. They're eventually going to slow down. It's cold up north, especially when you get to northern Canada. They'll freeze and they won't be able to move. Have a zombie plan ready.
I'm more worried about the more of the AI machines being out in amongst us than that.
Yeah, because see, they're made of metal, so kicking them in the head's not going to matter. I'll hit play.
Okay.
It's weird New Jersey, because,
good.
you know, where else would I be getting weird stories about New Jersey from? That's the source. The next one comes to us from Mary and is a certified vintage coming to us from the 1970s. Pop your ears open and take a listen. This has haunted me since it happened in 1972. I was a senior at what was the Glassboro State College. I had heard about the Jersey Devil when I lived in South Jersey, but being from North Jersey, which is a whole different world, I thought I was far too sophisticated to believe in nonsense. But one winter night, I was driving to Glassboro from Blackwood on Green Tree Road. At the time, the road was flanked by orchards and farms. There were very few houses, and there was hardly any development. I want you to know I was completely in control and awake when I caught a glimpse of something in my rear view mirror. Curious as to what it could have been, I slowed myself down so I could take a little gander. It was dark out, but moonlit enough that I had no trouble at all discerning the upright figure of a creature crossing the road from one side to the other, roughly 25 feet behind the car. This figure stood taller than a man and had thick haunches like a goat, supporting his humanoid torso and huge head. It moved bizarrely and didn't seem at all disturbed by my being there. Now, I didn't stick around long enough to see much more. No, I hit the gas and I flew to the Mansion Park Apartments back in Glassboro. I was so petrified that I slept the rest of the night in my car, unwilling to go outside again, just in case I had another introduction with the Jersey Devil. Never again from that day on have I ridden on Green Tree Road, day or night. And there's not a day I haven't gone thinking the heebie-jeebies, just thinking about that winter night so long ago.
All right, so yeah,
Wow. And he actually he lives on the north side. And that happened down south, and he's like, "Oh, that's nonsense." Well, he's saying he believes it.
it sounds like alcohol was involved, which a lot of these stories also involve
Yeah,
alcohol.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay, this is the one that we had on Monday.
It was like every
We did
story
on
involved
Monday.
drinking. Yeah.
Yep. But I don't know. The Loch Ness monster. Actually, what was that show called? River Monsters. There's a guy that went after and did the myths and stuff. He actually found a strange creature that nobody can explain. And to this day, you see the big shadow. Everybody was thought a whale or a dolphin. Nope. They can't figure out what this thing is.
Dana says, yeah, I'm not getting the water, so I don't have to ever deal with Nessie. LOL. I don't know. Maybe since it's supposed to have a long
I mean,
neck.
there are new species.
Maybe
there are new species coming out, though.
Maybe since it's got a long neck, you can put it in the rear neck and choke instead of kicking it in the head. Just make it tap. Right?
Or wrangle it like
Lock
a bull.
that thing up, right?
Yep.
Then it'd pass out, and then you can get your reward.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe instead of kicking things in the head, we should be choking them out. I don't know.
Hard to tell.
If you choke them out,
I haven't.
I mean, if you choke them out, and if you kick them in the head, then choke them out, you could probably take them in for a reward.
Could I make him out of a lighter? Since he's supposed to have fire coming out of his mouth.
Which would be odd for a water animal, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, water animal, yeah. But I'm saying for the Jersey Devil part.
For the Jersey Devil?
Yeah.
Maybe make him burn his own...
him and just make a whole bunch of...
Just take him, put his head down, so if he ever does that, he burns his own feet.
That would be interesting to find if he could burn himself.
Well, apparently he can withstand attacks from cannonballs. It should be okay.
Yep. That gunshot and everything else.
Yeah.
Because he does. There is no blood being left behind.
I don't know what to say about it because, like I said, I'm a skeptic. So, as far as I'm concerned with it, we had a drunken sailor shooting at the air because he had to give account for the rounds he fired, and he was drunk and just started shooting. Like I said, I'm a Marine. I can tell you about seamen, especially like midshipmen and up. A lot of them are not. I mean, a lot of them are cool, but there's more than a handful that you wonder how they fascinate me. That's why the Army always manages to like stomp the Navy in the America's Cup game.
Right. Well, hell, there's other things. I mean, I think where we need to do is a night of where what was seen from like the Marines, the air pilots, and stuff like that, because they've seen stranger things up in the air too.
Marines don't report weird stuff. We don't. I've never heard of a Marine reporting anything weird. Just to be honest. I know
okay.
We're never in a situation to report that kind of stuff being real, Normally, like if it's a drop, we're in the back of a cargo plane, pushing shit out and then jumping out ourselves, or we're in a Chinook and they don't fly very high and you're too busy paying attention inside to, get the intelligence brief. The world's greatest oxymoron is military intelligence, because there's nothing intelligent about what the military tells you before you enter someplace. I've been told it's been cleared, you're going to have a cold landing. It's going to be nice and easy. And before that, Chinook put its tires on the ground. Gunshots were going all over the place. I've been told we were dropping hot, and so we were doing air assault, fast roping, and you went through all that shit and out of the side of a Black Hawk just to be the only people there. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
the Marines never have the chance to see any of the weird shit. We ain't got
Right.
that much. We don't have time to screw around. This is me making fun of the other branches because that's what Marines do. Just so you know, I'm just playing.
I know with my well, not my ex-cousin. He said he saw like the weirdest things when he, testing out the planes and stuff. He saw some weird stuff that he couldn't explain. And I'm like, yeah, you're just sitting there saying that you're like the, how the truckers get where they end up seeing a mad dog, which is true from that lack of sleep.
Mm. I thought
And
Trucker was.
I said, yeah, you're.
I thought when Scott was telling me about that, he was just talking about Cindy. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm the color commentary over here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we worked out so good. But yeah, I mean, it's 50-50. I mean, some of it's myth and maybe, a lot of it's not.
Now, I'm sure there's some perceived reality to things. I just don't always think it's what that perceived reality. I don't think perceived reality is always reality.
Right.
It could be, I don't know. I'm agnostic when it comes to this kind of stuff. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. As long as it's not going to eat me and its head is kickable,
Yeah. As long as you get away, you're okay.
Right. Coop and run away, live to coop another day.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's.
I just quoted one of the worst video game movies ever. That was from the original Super Mario Brothers live action movie.
Yep.
Coop and run away, live to coop another day. No, it wasn't. It wasn't from the movie. It was from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah.
I want to make people look shit up. Do you remember that, Jen?
Yep.
Had the wrestler and manager Captain Lou Albano as Mario.
Yep. Yep.
Oh God, I feel old, and I feel bad that I know that. Here's the thing. I don't
trust me. I played every video game too. So.
Well, this was a cartoon, like a live action cartoon show. Now Dana says, "No black eyes and the face of a child. You're good." LOL. Yeah. See, after we did that episode, we were just doing it for me to help Jen and Scott, and
we're planning on doing two of that one too.
Yeah, Roxy sent me a picture of herself that she had altered with no hair and black eyes. So I told Lala to kick her in the head. Better safe than stupid.
Yeah. That's very true.
All right, I've got the next video loaded up.
I can't. Oh, no. Goodbye.
I guess I missed something.
Oh, I had to delete message because we have a smartass in here that wants to spell a word that I'm sorry, I'm against on using. I don't believe in that word.
Okay, I didn't see it. The last thing I've got is Dana comment, but I'm in.
I deleted.
That's fine. I'm in.
I deleted it.
You should have blocked him.
Well, I want to give him a little chance realizing if I delete the message, it's the wrong thing to do in here. And thank you. I mean, you're just bringing in the views. I appreciate that.
Okay, but
But then
it's
take
your
that kind of
channel.
writing.
It's your channel.
Yep.
You can do what you want.
Yep. But you try writing that out again, dude. Guess what? You're gone. Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, people have different beliefs and everything else, but I like to get the mystic parts. Like I said, it's like 50-50 because a lot of the pictures that you can see on there are just, pictures.
Yeah, Dana said
People can enhance.
Dana said she didn't see it either, so you must be like a freaking sniper with comments.
Here, Dana, I'm going to have you help out.
You need me to do it since I'm on your account?
I got it. There you go, Dana. You see anybody trying to put one letters in, like the one I deleted?
Well, she didn't see it.
Go ahead and block them right away.
Congratulations, Dana. You became a moderator.
Yep. Kind of she likes the stuff like that we like, and she does look out for the chat.
Well, yeah, I've talked to Dana a little bit. She seems really nice. I like her.
So that's okay. It's like I said, they can come in, but if they're going to be doing that crap, they can bounce right back out.
Or be bounced out.
That's not. Yeah, be bounced out because I don't put up with that.
So you want me to start the
next video? And I don't believe in plans.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. This is one we watched on Monday.
Nope. The one we were watching on Monday, we just finished up. That video that we just did was the same one that had the young lady that.
Okay, now. Okay, the second one here is going to tell you a different story, and it's going to tell you. I mean, showing like the myths, some of the myths that they already busted. That's why I wanted to keep that one last, because that way it's more exciting.
Oh, that one was first. This one was the last one.
Okay.
On the list.
Dana, all you have to do is left click on their name, and it will give you options to.
If you hover over their name, there'll be 3 little dots, and then that tells you what you can do. They'll show you the channel activity that they have here. You can go to their channel to verify who they are. You can remove the comment. You can put the user in a timeout for so much time, whatever you deem fit as a moderator, and then you can hide the user, and that's a ban. Yep. Basically, it's just you're watching the chat, making sure no one pulls anything stupid, unless you work for Wings.
Yeah.
If you work for Wings the way I have, hello, Devin. Unless you work the way Wings I have.
Hi, Devin.
If someone says, butter, you ban them.
Usually, I delete the message. Usually, I delete the message unless it's really, really, really bad. But I try to give them a chance and make them realize, because trolls count too as views. And also try to, give them the chance to realize, hey, okay, well, maybe this channel isn't the right channel to do that in. And sometimes you get a whole different, person.
All right, well, I will put it on.
But that's just me.
Dana says
yes, I am.
Yep.
Yep, I'm breaking the room.
We'll move you up to being one of those hard-ass mods.
Yep.
So, yeah. Devin, before I switch it over, is your grandma feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah, how's everything going?
Yeah, mine's got a delay. Like I said, I didn't even see the last message, so I'll be looking for it. I'll go ahead and start up your next video here. It starts.
Okay.
Camping in the Pine Barrens by GW. This is supposed to be for true Jersey Devil scary stories. From Darkness Prevails.
Before I get you all started with my experience, I'll give you a little background on me. I spent most of my life hunting and in the outdoors, so I know the various sounds. I can tell the difference between a deer and a person walking. I also am pretty good at tracking and would track my friends while hunting, so the one thing that I never expected was to be tracked myself in the woods at night. This happened a year ago to the month, while out camping with my grandfather in New Jersey. I had just graduated school and was leaving for boot camp soon, so my grandfather wanted to go on one last trip before I was gone. The beginning of the trip was pretty smooth, lots of hiking and fishing. We went to the last place we were going to camp, and already, it was pretty eerie. There were almost no people here. We were about as far as you can get in. We had set up and already eaten, so I decided I might as well walk down to the wash house about a mile down from us. The park had signs up about bears, so I had my knife on me. This being New Jersey after all, we have strict gun laws. I got down there no problem. Only saw one person, and they were getting ready to head out. I take my shower and do my usual hygiene routine. By the time that's over, it's already pretty dark out. Almost 100 meters down the road, the atmosphere goes south fast. It went from bugs making noise to dead silence. Something I had never experienced in my time outdoors. It has never been that silent.
Usually ends up being something around that spooked all the insects or birds and all that. Devin says grandma's doing much better. She's still coughing and having trouble breathing in her nose, but it's getting there.
We'll keep praying for her.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll keep praying for her. It's like I said, make sure her head, when she's laying down, she has her head elevated a little bit. That'll help keep, that will help her breathe a little bit better. And stuff, and plus the fact it won't all sit there in the lungs.
So, what do you think about the story so far?
Well, so far, I mean, he's telling what he's seen and stuff. And also, the fact, when you hear animals go all quiet, there's something going on, and might want to check out like the skies, like if it's getting rain or something like that.
That's usually a storm coming.
Yeah, it's usually a storm coming. But I don't know. He's saying it was pretty quiet, so
It's either a storm coming or you're making too much noise.
Yeah.
Because if you're making noise, they will stop making noise and move away. Because they know you're a predator. Or have the potential to be. So
I think
once again,
some of the pictures I looked at.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Some of the pictures I was looking at that they were showing, half of them were, they weren't, you can't really see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I said, a lot of people are drifting up different things of what they saw. So I don't know. He hasn't explained yet what he saw. So,
Devin says, but I've been here since Friday, so I have to go back home tonight because I have to be with my parents for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yes, have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your family. Also, too, if you get bored.
Yes.
I worked out with the folks here. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it or how we're switching off, and I don't have the exact time. But while you're cooking your dinner, we'll be here with you on the Gamers Asylum channel. We'll all be there. Caesar will be there. Jen will be there.
Yep.
Me. And we're going to do a little bit of a morning stream. We've got something very special set up with it. And then we're going to go later on of the night and hang out with the people that are crazy. And that would be the people that are willing to risk their life to save $2. the Black Friday shoppers that'll wait in line. I'm just, if you do it, I'm just giving you crap. But yeah, because I want to know how it's going and keep you company and stuff like that. We'll go over sales and weird Black Friday shopping stores. And once again, we've got something special planned for that too.
Yep.
So it should be fun.
We're just trying to figure out how we're going to work it, but it's going to be very, very interesting tomorrow. And also, it's also for people that don't have families and stuff and they're alone and stuff, but at least you have somebody that is on and will keep them company and make it fun and get them laughing.
Yep. And I think during the night stream, we may be setting up for me to go out and talk to some of the folks standing in line. You know, after we go through some of the deals, find out what they're there to get and what causes them not to just use Amazon on Monday. But I'm just I'm in that smart ass mood today. So yeah.
I mean, I went to one Black Friday. Oh my God. People were that crazy. I mean, I mean, they were just grabbing shit out of, if that was the last thing or something, people were grabbing it out of their other people's carts. I got hammered in the back several times from a cart. And it's a nightmare.
When I was younger, my mom used to send me out for Black Friday shopping. Like the family would get together, right? Me and my sisters, and we would like give each other everybody's list. So we were going to hit different places. I always got stuck with weird places like freaking Walmart. Well, everybody else got like Best Buy and stuff like that, where there may be a line, but no one's going to be an idiot. At Walmart, everybody's an idiot. So what I used to do is because you're going to, at that point in time, like standing out, like going to the store at 11 o'clock was normal. And you're going to stand out there all freaking out. So what I always did was I always made friends with everybody around me. Because the Walmart that we had, it was, they didn't put things where they should go, right? So I would tell everybody what I was looking for, and they would tell me what they were looking for. And if we found it, it'd be like in a half hour, 45 minutes, we'll meet at the middle of the store by the checkout. And they would have like shit that I didn't find, and I would have shit they couldn't find. And we'd just swap off with each other. I made a lot of friends that way. There's still people that I talked to that I met in line at a Walmart on Black Friday.
Yeah, you end up meeting some people, and you end up being friends. Simon.
Dated one for 2 years, matter of fact. Yep. Oh,
nice.
Yep. Simon says, hello, Jen. Just been showed your channel tonight for the first time. And hello, people. Hello, Simon. Be sure to hit the...
Hello, welcome.
Be sure and hit the like and subscribe button. I don't know if this channel's... Yep. If you hit the subscribe button, I think Angus pops up. Good time to test.
Good. Also, if you want, you can join our Discord group. We have fun in there. We always doing something in there.
Yep.
Yep, I see a heart.
Yeah, there's always some kind of craziness going on in that Discord. And it's always good craziness. It's not really bad craziness. I gotta start doing the community night stuff again. Like that.
Yeah.
But I got overloaded with work, but I'm going to take the holiday kind of slow.
Yeah. And if you want help to build your channel, just, let us know. We love helping and building channels. They're, actually willing to put the time in and want to really, do it. Or if you just want to hang out, that's fine too. I was.
Oh, Simon says I'm being dense. I found out I was subscribed a while ago. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I just haven't got the thing to work yet. That's what it is. I added it to our OBS, and I have not got the thing to work yet.
It's being a thinker.
Yeah, I can work it on tests like it accidentally ran tests before. Like, you know, I can work the test.
This is a test donation for $5.
Right. I can do all that where it runs the test, but it actually working in practice has yet to happen.
Right.
So I may not be able to teach you that much. I can get to work in theory. All right. Anyway, we'll go back.
We'll work on it.
Yep. Watch, one of these days it's just going to work, because that's normally how it happens, and it's going to scare whoever's doing the show to death.
Yeah, probably me.
All right, here, let me switch back
It does
over.
that to me.
And I'm hitting play.
You know that feeling, almost like a sixth sense, of knowing something isn't right? Well, that was going off in my head. I slowed down my steps to reduce the noise, and I listened. About 20 yards to my right, something was parallel to me, walking. My first thought was probably a bird hopping in the leaves, but every time I stopped, it would stop as well. Listening closely, I could hear it better, and I could get a better idea of the thing. I could tell that it had enough size to snap branches, and also that it was on 2 feet. I was carrying a large hunting knife as my only protection, and I know that wouldn't do much if it was to jump out at me. I couldn't run no matter how much I wanted to, because I knew that it would catch me. The only bet I had was to keep the same pace and keep going, ready to fight or run. I walked the almost entire way back like this. I couldn't tell anyone, because who would believe this? I barely slept that entire night, expecting to hear it come closer, to see it. I have only told this story to a couple of friends of mine, and they know that I couldn't even begin to make up a story like this. To this day, I want to go back there, yet at the same time, I never want to return. This is all I have to share, and it concludes my odd, creepy experience.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I muted myself and forgot I muted myself. That's why I normally don't mute myself. I read this
Also, I
out,
was
so I'll
looking
read.
at you like,
Yeah, I'll read it out again. We got big, scary black cats in England. People don't know if they be ghosts, but we talking leopards, even lions. Started when private zoos had to have licenses in the 1970s. Around here, we've got bobcats that shouldn't be here. That's because I think a lot of it too, at least in my area, is people were allowed to have them as pets at one time, so they had them as pets, and then when they got too big, you know, they just let them out.
they couldn't handle them.
Yeah, and see, the problem is whenever they're small and they're around humans, they're not afraid of humans.
Now, you guys do have up there, Simon. I know this. I'll, if you want me to do a story on it, I will. You guys do have panthers up there. You're on the outer skirts of England, but you got panthers. So that could be your black cat that you all are seeing. I mean, I just know that from reading about it. And I have a couple of friends that are up in the UK there and know, say about different term weird things. All right.
Number 2. The Devil of Bear Swamp. Submitted by Raven Boy. My family was always in a financial rut, especially after my mother passed and my father moved to New Jersey with me and my sister. If you're familiar, New Jersey property prices aren't as bad as New York's, but their taxes are crazy. That as it is, me and my father always took work, whether it was running a good truck, cleaning some guy's house, or working on the road. Our most common job was truck driving. He got a somewhat stable job from a family friend who owned a trucking company down near Newark. It likely isn't there anymore. He had to relocate after flooding. We would haul shipments of food and metals, deliver truck parts, or even just do something as simple as take it for repairs when the mechanics weren't available, making $200 for just driving a couple of Mack trucks. It was pretty good work for someone my age. Not to mention my father, who was half cripple, who couldn't even lift himself off the floor if he were to fall. All of this would change, however. We had a job to deliver food supplies to Fort Dix, pretty standard. We ended up delivering more than required, and my father, being the sneak that he was, decided to keep a chest of meat for ourselves. It was about mid-August, near the end of the summer rush for people to come to the shore. This meant a large amount of drunken young folks, families, and even the occasional nudist would flock down the highways like a group of birds.
I think that would be more interesting to see than the Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
Yep, a flock of nudists. A flock. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about any of this.
I ain't shit. Yeah, wallabies. There was wallabies that escaped, and they're around. And yes, parakeets are all over London. I have parakeets here, as you hear in the background.
So, what do you do if you see? What do you do if you see a flock of nudists? Do you kick them in the head? I don't think that would be the right choice.
I pretty much probably walk away and just act like I never noticed it.
But you did.
Yeah.
So
but in the back of my mind, be like, I didn't see that.
But what if in the back of your mind you're like, I did see that? Simon says, I live near Nudist Beach. The untanned nudists become red grilled lobsters. I imagine they do.
Oh yeah.
So, Jen, do you pretend you didn't see it? If I guess you're like Zach. But let's pretend. Okay, we need to do a thought exercise.
I am not. Don't even go there.
Let's just do a thought exercise. Let's do a hypothetical. Pretend you're Zach and you run into a group of nudists. What do you do?
Zach would sit there and say, "Oh, you're beautiful. Can I take one of these out?" And then he'd get attached to him and say, "Oh, you're beautiful. You're loving. You're this. You're that." Without being friends, that would be Zach's approach. I'm just saying the truth.
Simon says you can smell the bacon cooking.
Oh.
You're ruining the idea there, Simon. So no, but if you're Zach and you see a nudist, right? I don't think he's going to say anything to him. I think he would pass out.
That or run away like hell because he's that shy too.
No, I think he'd just pass out. I think he'd be like,
it's hard to tell with him. It's already dealt with them.
Or he would
But
think
with
because he's,
me,
or he
I
would,
would probably walk up. I probably walk up, but I would try to be like with me. I'd be respectful until I felt like really uncomfortable, and then I would say, "Hey, I need to step away or leave."
so you're out in public and you see a flock of nudists and you don't feel uncomfortable immediately?
But really, not immediately. I mean, you gotta give people a chance.
Hmm.
But if it feels like it's gonna start getting uncomfortable, yes, I will. I mean, I'll walk away to the point where if I start seeing them wearing something a little bit decent, then I'll come back over.
Simon says, I know a couple of nudists.
I mean, I was raised different.
They don't even look at people in a naughty way. No, they're not looking in the naughty way. I understand. You can see a person that's naked, not think that way. Zach is not that person though.
Nope.
Still, oh no, not my gig. I guess Dana says too much for him to handle. Yeah, Dana. That's why I agree.
Yeah. I mean, we have a nudist beach down here in Oklahoma. In the United States here, we have nudist beaches.
Oh yeah, there's nudist beaches all over. But yeah, I think Zach would think because he saw them without clothes that they love him and want to marry him.
That's possible. That's possible.
Simon says, I see a nudist. I think I need to buy a pound of sausage at the butcher's.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. How did we get on this stuff? Oh Lordy.
Well, Simon, I gotta ask you, bro, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but why would it remind you, if you're looking at a nudist, why would it remind you to buy a pound of sausage and not a salmon? Just wondering.
Yeah, that's a good theory there. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I'm just making jokes. That's
I mean, let's say supposedly Zach has a jet plane and he's a general surgeon and he's a firefighter.
all those things, and he can't. He can do heart surgery, put legs back on, fly jets, put out fires, but he can't see his own winky or touch his toes. Because I'm over the other person. Okay, cool, dude. I just asked. Or I shouldn't even call you dude, because I guess Simon could be what are you saying? It's cool. I was just wondering. I would probably think to buy salmon. I'm straight, but I would, to fill in the joke, I would say buy a salmon and a sausage, because I imagine they're both like male and female there. And I don't know why I'm associating a salmon with a woman, but
Jersey Devil. And that's the wrong hose. No, duh. I know it's the wrong one time.
With the salmon thing. I've got a bad joke. Do you want to hear it? It's one of my signature ones.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So don't expect a laugh. There's not too many people here, are there?
Okay.
Oh shit, there is. Okay. So Adam and Eve were walking in the woods, and there happened to be two trees that were close together, and they're walking side by side and they're talking to each other, right? And they both try to go between the trees at the same time, and they turn and face each other and they smush together, and it accidentally happens, right? So Adam runs, and he's in the forest afterwards, just running, and God, where are you? Well, God finally finds Adam, and he's like, Adam, what is wrong? And Adam says, why didn't you tell me about this? And he tells him the story and, what happened and so forth. And God starts to look very concerned. And he looks at him and he says, Adam, where is Eve at? And Adam said, well, it ends up it's kind of messy and sticky. So she went to the river to clean up. And God said, well, damn it. Now everything in the ocean's going to smell like that. Did you just my joke? You my joke?
Yes. Only you, bro. I love you.
I'm gonna remember that. She my joke. I told you it wasn't good. My jokes are not good. Okay, if you're expecting something funny out of me, you're looking at the wrong person. I can't believe you did that to me, Jen. That hurt my fifis.
Oh, I love you, bro.
No, you don't.
I love you.
You would have gave me a sympathy laugh. I'm going back to YouTube now.
All right.
Swarming the
This
beaches
would
and
be a good time to
boardwalks.
take a 5-minute
This meant
break,
an extra
though.
buildup of traffic.
Okay, you want to take a break? Okay, then
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll do the Discord ad. How's that?
Okay.
Discord server, peep the name, the asylum, not for the faint. Gotta bring your A game, small creators, trying to get that shine. Lost in the algorithm, wasting time. Havoc built this from the ground up, see community vibes, wild and free. Boosted studios in the mix, yeah. New audience, forget the tricks here. The asylum, where we at? Creators, no time to chit chat. The asylum, what we do, connect you, me and you. The asylum, where we at? Creators, no time to chit chat. The asylum, what we do, connect you, me and you. Yeah, got everything for every type of soul, from the artists to the gamers. JG can control musicians, poets, all in one place. Level up your craft, pick up the pace. Networking, learning, ain't no faking. Real connections, that's what we making. Little bit of this, little bit of that. Something for everyone, where you at? Hidden gems start to gleam, living out your wildest dreams. The asylum, where we at? Creators, no time to chit chat. The asylum, what we do, connect you, me and you. The asylum, where we at? Creators, no time to chit chat. The asylum, what we do, connect you, me and you.
You're back, Jen.
Welcome back, everybody. Had to take a 5-minute. Oh my God, Simon, you got a joke. A lesbian brought, or, yeah, I guess he said bought bar. She had a liquor license. Oh my God.
See what I started?
Oh. That's the sidebar. That's what I said. Nothing ever goes normal on my stream. It goes to sidebar. Oh, Lordy. I get the joke. Okay, let's get back to the video, guys. Let's see if
I didn't get the joke. I didn't get the joke. I need you to explain it to me.
Okay, he's saying that two lesbians were buying, they bought a bar. Well, what's normally in a bar? besides beer?
Tramps.
No, instead of saying that they had liquor,
Drunks.
the drink liquor,
I
they're
got the joke,
saying
Jen.
that they were.
Jen, I'm messing with you. I got the joke.
Well, you asked me being a nice thing.
I know. I want to see how you would explain it. That's what it was. Okay.
Well, did I do a good job?
I guess it. You know.
You still a little bit hurt to be going in.
Yeah. Well, I get the joke. I get the joke. I just wanted to see how she would explain it to me or to someone who didn't get it.
Yep. Liquor license. Yep.
Yeah, because I always say that my pit bulls don't know how to control their liquor because they chase you with their tongue all the time. All right, here I'm going to hit play for you.
And thus, more
but get back on the
accidents.
side.
We listened to the traffic report whenever we made a haul, short or long. It provided us with weather, what routes to avoid, and so on. This is how we knew our usual route was piled up after a drunk driver got behind the wheels of an SUV, plowing into another car, and the domino effect just followed. Luckily, the pileup was pretty small. But for us at the time, it was more than a small nuisance, needing to plan a detour with the sun setting, already behind schedule. To make it short, after cursing out the tourists on the radio, we decided to simply take the more secluded rural back roads of the surrounding barrens. This was mostly Bear Swamp, a large nature reserve and hunting area during the deer season. It also had some bear and even bald eagle preservation, but I can assure you, what we saw and heard on that back road, it was no eagle. The detour put us off schedule for about an extra hour and a half, sending us right through.
It was no eagle. Or was it?
Yeah, well, was it eagle? Maybe it could have been a hawk. Could have been an owl. It could have been anything.
Yeah.
Like that one picture we looked at on the other films, it had, it was up in the air and stuff, but it actually looked like either a hawk or one of the golden bald eagles, or one of the bald eagles.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look nothing like New Jersey Devil or anything like that. So this guy's, saying that, it didn't sound just like that, but not all animals are going to sound the same. You're talking about with the Jersey Devil, they're saying that this thing can cry like a child and make the sounds of a monster. And nobody's captured the actual voice from it. I haven't seen anybody actually catch the voice of it yet. So, we don't know. All right.
The swampy roads, flooded with mud and dirt, not to mention the pitch black darkness and having to drive slowly due to deer or coyote running across the road in the pitch black darkness. I remember joking with my father about going for a swim in the swamp because our AC had broken at the time. "Hey Dad, how's about a dip with those gators?" He said something along the lines of wishing he could feed Saul, the family friend, to the gators for not getting the dang air fixed. The night swamp was oddly mystical looking as I watched it from the open windows. A bright star and the few lightning bugs you could see in the distance. It was a really good scene. Despite what most say of Jersey, it isn't all smokestacks and highway. Something was off, however. Middle of summer, driving past the swamp, normally you would hear the calls of frogs or even an owl in the pines. Granted, our truck engine would be spooking most of the animals, but all the same, this amount of noiselessness was out of place. As I enjoyed the view, my body flung forward against the dashboard as my father slammed on the brakes. He hit the horn at the same time. "What the hell?" I practically shouted at him, my teen voice still cracking. How stupid I must have sounded. Deer on the road. Big sucker, too. Should tell your granddad to come out here next winter. He was plain and simple about it, something I hadn't inherited from him. Pulling myself into my seat, I strained my eyes to see past the darkness, to which I did see a tuft of hair disappearing from our headlights, flicking like that of a cat's tail. Oddly, it was dark from what I could see. The fur was blackish ginger instead of the usual brown or white a deer would have. Its length was off as well. If I could guess, I'd say it was a good 5 inches long. About another 20 minutes later, we had made it deeper into the wooded area, passing the farmland and meeting the old cabins and hillbilly hotels that scattered the woods like buckshot. It wasn't like a suburban cul-de-sac in the middle of the woods. These houses were spaced out a good 15 minutes from each other, if not more, as we were making our way down the long winding path, praying not to get shot by some crazed redneck.
I would be more worried about the crazed redneck than the Jersey Devil. I've not seen Jersey Devil, but I've seen crazed rednecks.
I mean, back in Pennsylvania, we used to have this one area. If you go down 72, there was the one area that's like sort of like a swamp, a park, whatever. But it's set up. I mean, I swear to God, it's set up like, how this is. And, how it is over in the pine trees in Virginia. And, it's the same layout of how far these buildings were. They were like pretty far apart from each other. And yeah, you hear all sorts of different things in there. But like with him, if he's seeing that in an amber color, makes me think maybe he saw a not coyote, but cougar. That's what's making me feel like that is what he saw.
Yeah.
How he's explaining it. But it's like I said, not a lot of people are explaining different things. What they saw. So could it be a shapeshifter? Who knows?
Right. Cool.
All right.
We got about 5 minutes. So what do you want to do?
Okay.
You want to keep going with the story, or we can finish up this story.
Well, okay. What time are we going live on the other one?
Yeah, I think it's going to push off. Because I think we told Caesar the wrong times. No.
Okay.
You went live before too. I just don't see him in the VCs, but that's okay.
Oh, he said he was going to be out with family today, and friends, so.
Right.
Well, let's see if we can try to finish this up. If we don't got nothing.
We may have awakened from a deep sleep. It hit us. And literally, a loud snapping noise like a metallic bang as something landed on top of the truck. First, we imagined it was just a tree limb hitting the top of the truck. Being quite tall, it had knocked many branches off before. But it began moving, like rocks hitting the metal. All you heard was snap, clank, snap, clank. As whatever it was too tall to move under the branches, hitting the roof and trailer. At this point, my dad stopped, intending to exit the cabin and see the commotion for himself. Then came the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. Even now, as I share this. Grizzled, dark hair, gingerly black like it was burnt, long round snout like a donkey, but with bulldog-like teeth, fangs peeking from its lips. Its claws were just that, long finger-like appendages that ended in sharp, almost metallic-looking talons that scratched across our windshield. Hanging from each arm was a long flap of skin connected to its barrel-shaped chest as it slithered across our hood. If I had to guess a length and width, I'd say it was about as big as a professional basketball player, probably around 200 or so pounds. Its eyes weren't glowing like most would say, but in the light of our cabin, they reflected like that of a cat's eyes. It had next to no ears, just a flat head, except for two curled growths on its head, like filed down antlers, dull and short. As it stared into our truck, its nose flared and exhaled deeply, its breath fogging up the glass before it slithered back up, the clanking noises returning as it climbed over the truck itself, hitting the roof of the trailer, its tail coming up and lashing about. The tail was long and reptilian, dark gray with a tuft of mangy hair on its tip, thin and large at the same time. It lashed out sideways, swooping off the hood before smashing into the...
Okay, that more or less sounds like it might have been. I don't know.
Like I said, I'm still
Yeah,
under
yeah.
the understanding it sounds like a figment of someone's imagination. None of the stories
Yeah,
have convinced me yet.
This one here. Yeah, this one sounds like it was a story together. This guy.
Yep.
Because it doesn't, he's going way opposite of what everybody else is seeing. So I think this guy's just full of crap and wanted to have his 5 minutes of fame. I mean, that's my opinion on this one.
Yep. We're at 5 minutes in, so we can talk about tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
Now, tomorrow,
we're gonna have pretty good.
go ahead.
I said tomorrow is gonna be a really busy day, and it's tune in because we're gonna be running a lot tomorrow. Make sure you're subbed up to Gamers Mine, and it is what it is. We're actually going to be doing a stream on one broadcast, and that's going to be the Asylum one.
Yeah, we're going to be over at the Gamers Asylum.
Yeah, the Gamers Asylum. So make sure you are subbed to him. So that way you can catch the live and what's going on and stuff and what we're doing. And like I said, tomorrow's going to be a busy day, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yep. We're going to be there while you're cooking your meal.
Yep.
Doing something crazy and fun, I think, maybe. And then we're going to hang out with the Black Friday shoppers all night long. And I'm going to go out and talk to some of them.
So be prepared.
Yep.
Be prepared. All-nighter.
Yep. So that means, Jen, eat your turkey and let it do its thing. Fall asleep. So you can wake up at midnight.
Yeah. I don't got a turkey this year, so I won't sleep.
Yeah, we never
normally does.
We got to where no one in my family likes turkey, so we always have ham.
Right.
Except my kids do not believe a ham can be fixed in the oven. And I'm talking a whole ham. I'm not talking slices. They believe I've got to go out there while it's cold and windy and grill the damn thing. For like 4 hours.
That's crazy.
Well.
That's crazy.
They get what they want. Yep. Then it says we're going shopping. Well, I'm not going in any of those stores.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. I'm just going to stand out there and talk to people that are standing in line. I want to talk to the dumb ones. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's dumb that's out there, but you make me wonder. That's all I'm saying.
And so it's going to be a fun event. I mean, we're all going to be in. Steve's going to be in. I'm going to be in. Gamers. I mean, it's going to be a pretty wild event tomorrow.
But
like I said,
That's Dana. That's why I kind of do is put the ham and smoker. I use the grill as a smoker. I've got like a little side pit and it smokes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have to,
Do we have your next in the bottom?
What?
Do we have your scripting in the bottom? Do we have your scripting to your channel at the bottom?
Nope, but the redirect's there.
Okay. Okay. We got to get these guys so they know where you're at, if they're not all, already sub to you.
Dana says, now gamers, you've got some gifts to buy. Yep, I do on Cyber Monday.
Even afterwards. He goes for the deals.
Yeah, I will, log into Amazon on Monday. That's what I will do. Someone
He's
said
not
that,
standing in the lights.
huh?
It said you won't stand in lines to wait.
No, I pay people to do that.
I had to.
I have paid people to do that. But, yeah. For back whenever I first started making like good deals of money and like games weren't digital and you had to go like to the midnight release and shit like that, I would pay people for that. Or pay people to go to like Best Buy to get a console and stuff like that. Yeah. Especially if the Asylum wasn't getting them right away.
Right.
I ain't doing it. I've done it enough.
No, I did it once. I will never do it again.
I had someone suggest for a show for like a show to like spend 3 hours with me while I'm at work. And they're like, just leave the camera on and work. Why would anyone want to see me work?
Well, yeah, I mean and especially if clients come in and stuff, that's privacy. I mean, not all.
Well, obviously, I turn it off then. Here, I'll show you what this would be 3 hours of. Poor life decisions. Poor life decisions. Poor life decisions. That's me at work.
But he does a very good job with his work. And it's like there's times where I'm like, what can I do to help you out? Because he's juggling real life work along with this.
That's what they're talking about. Is the real life work.
Out.
That's what I'm talking about. Is the real life work. It's poor life decisions. Poor life decisions. Where's the Tylenol? I need an aspirin.
Oh, I gave him a headache.
Yeah. Where's the Pepto? That's kind of my life. But I was told that's a thing, and they're like, you need to do this. You need to do this. You'd be great. And I was like, especially is what you do. And I was like, oh, so you want to watch me build like custom guitars? I'm like, no, we want to see you do the office stuff. And I'm, what? Why wouldn't you want to watch the custom guitars? That shit's cool. You can watch me burn my hands because I really suck at soldering. And I get tired of it.
I mean, that's something that.
I tell my son,
put one of your Lego things together. Your action figure and Lego.
They would strike the channel with as much as I guess with those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll let Caesar do that one. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's time to say our final words. Mine are always, take care of yourself and each other. And I will see you over at the Asylum because we'll do the redirect. You got to give me a minute to switch everything over. Jen, your full screen.
Love and hugs. Thank you for everybody joining into the stream today and participating. I, really appreciate that. Also, like I said, we are going to you stay here because we'll redirect you over to Gamer's channel, and we will see you over there because we got some stuff going on over there too.
Yeah, you want to stay over there because I'm going to have to deal with Jamie just one more fucking time. I had to spend, the reason I'm in a bad mood is because I had to spend the day at the lawyer's office.
Jen's got stories that'll raise
Yeah, he really
your
wants to
hair.
play. He really wants to play with me, guys. So I'm going to play back.
From ghost towns lost to the sands of
By the way, Jen, if you can't see
time.
chat, Dana said thank you. And thank you, Dana.
To castles where the bells still chime.
I'm going to switch out and I'll head over to the other channel so that I'm not late. If anyone sees Caesar, tell him get in the VC. Don't leave me alone. Jen, try to stay in the public VC because I might need you.
Where the whispers of the past never sleep. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history with Jen. She'll spin you a tale of a sunken ship or a phantom train on a midnight trip. A battlefield where the echoes moan, or a forest where you're never alone. She's got the facts and the folklore too, with a touch of charm and a laugh so true. Strange history with Jen. Oh, she's digging in deep, where the whispers of the past never sleep. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history with Jen. From haunted halls to a cursed old inn, I'm tuned in tight to strange history